All right, it's Bill here, and here's my thoughts on a 7-3 win for the Toronto Maple Leafs over Montreal on Hockey Day in Canada. And thank God I did not do this video after the first period. 3-0. Like, how does Nick Suzuki do that? My neck hurts. Like, how do you throw your head back? Like, like Nick Suzuki, bud. Like, he must have the best neck muscles in the league with his dive and bull crap every time he gets touched and then bites his lip like Claude Lemieux. Like, what does he think? He's a model? How'd you do, Nick? How's it, Suzuki? You got the best neck muscles in the league, bud. Well done. Anyways, after the first period, this was tough. That first period was a tough watch. You had the first goal, which was Kirby Dach. Now, the Leafs were shorthanded. This is, the Montreal style of play is get a lot of penalties, get a lot of power plays, score on the power play. Even though this wasn't a power play goal, it was going to be a power play. So they were 6-on-5 and just horrible defensive coverage. It was Marner, Matthews, Riley, Myers. I'm going to get into Chief J. Strongboy. He finally held people accountable today. Good on him. However, this was like disgusting zone coverage. How do you let a guy sit in the middle of the slot by himself? Like Joseph Wall, we're going to get into that in just a sec, but like, what is Wall going to do? Pass to Kirby Dach. He's wide open. Philip Myers interferes with the defenseman. Can we challenge if our own guy does it? So if our own guy blocks our goalie, can we challenge that? I guess you can't. 1-0. And then power play. You got the Nick Suzuki. Bite the lip. A little bit of blood. Oh, my God. As you know, my thoughts on Nick Suzuki. I'll keep it to myself. I'm going to come up with a name for Nick Suzuki. I've got one for Morgan. We're going to get into it in just a second. Okay, the little head flip. The Leafs were doing great on the penalty kill. And then with the Patrick Laine, who lets it rip. Like Timmins with a bit of a scream. But you were like, I'm not going to get upset with Timmins on this one. Actually, Timmins was certainly not the worst defenseman on the ice. There were two that were really, really bad tonight. And they were held accountable. However, Patrick Laine lets it rip. Boom, into the net. 2-0. And 9 seconds after, in one of the most despicable signs of defense I've ever seen. First of all, Morgan, really? That's his name. You want to know why it's going to be Morgan? Really? Because every time he does something, I go, really? And I did that multiple times tonight. I'm going to share something with you right off the bat. Morgan, really? I'm not going to give you his line tonight, but he only had 16 minutes of ice time. Perfect. That's perfect. That's a great amount of ice time for this guy. 16 minutes, no more. Now, if it wasn't Philip Myers tonight, he was the worst defenseman on the ice. Morgan, really? He did get an assist. I think it was on one of the shorthanded goals by Matthews, but he played awful tonight. And where was he? He was nowhere in the screen. 9 seconds after the Montreal Canadiens had made it 2-0, kind of a scramble draw, and then he's not Max, he's Mini Domi. Mini Domi, who had a horrible night tonight and was held accountable. Mini Domi only had 12 minutes of ice time tonight. Perfect. That's perfect. Unless you put him on the wing. Mini Domi, I don't know what that was. Josh Anderson, who only scores against the Toronto Maple Leafs. If the guy could only play the Toronto Maple Leafs, he'd have a $9 million contract. And I don't know what sticking your stick out and falling the other way. Like, you couldn't have played that any worse. And Josh Anderson walks in on a breakaway, scores. Philip Myers does a little dive. And it's 3-0 Montreal Canadiens. Which, by the way, I hate to tell you, Montreal Canadiens, is the worst lead in hockey. We know this. A 3-goal lead don't last well, and it didn't last well for you. But wow, just wow. You're in Montreal, you're on Hockey Day in Canada, and you're getting run out of the building 3-0. And of course, I got a couple texts from some Montreal Canadiens fans I know that were giving their condolences. Well, I got to reply back a little bit later tonight, which was fantastic. Now, before I get into the second period, we will get into the world famous Ryan Reaves report. Now, I think this might be the last Ryan Reaves report I do, because this is the most embarrassing game I have ever seen for a player. There's been embarrassing games. There's the Jake Gardiner -5 against Boston Bruins in Game 7. That was embarrassing. The man cried. It was that embarrassing. I don't know how Ryan Reaves will show his face anymore in an NHL arena because he got embarrassed tonight. Ryan Reaves report 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 6 minutes and 38 minutes of ice, or 6 minutes and 38 seconds. And thank you, Jay Strongbow. He did not see a shift. He saw one shift in the third period. I salute you, sir. I don't even think Domi even got a shift in the third period. I salute you, sir. You didn't play Myers and Riley like you normally do. I salute you, sir. That's coaching. So I'm positive. Doesn't sound like I'm positive. I'm positive. I was very happy with Chief Craig Strongbow tonight. Ryan Reaves was absolutely embarrassed. This man is how? I saw someone said some article about how no one fights him. Not only do they fight him, they make fun of him and they laugh at him. Andre Jacquet, or whatever the Wi-Fi password for his last name. That guy. So at the end of the third period, here's what you do, Ryan Reaves. I'm not sure if you're a fighter. You're down 3-0. You don't ask the guy. You drop the gloves and you fight him. That's what you do. Take the 2-minute instigate. Did it really matter? We're down 3-0. We got nothing. Jacquet laughs at you, points at the scoreboard, and in the second period puts you on your ass. Wow, I got to tell you, Andre Jacquet, really scared of you, Ryan Reaves. Really scared. You're just a fighter. You're just the biggest. You are a joke. I swear to God, every Montreal Canadian player was laughing at you. Andre Jacquet destroyed you, and you did nothing. You did nothing. You took the hit. All you Ryan Reaves fans, please do not come on my channel. Like, put your little comments. The Leafs play tougher when Ryan is in the lineup. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. You know what? I saw the Montreal Canadiens were so scared of you. You're just such a mean... Come here. Look at the pipes. Look at the pipes. That's the most embarrassing game I've ever seen. And that says a lot because you're a terrible player. That was embarrassing. You got embarrassed. You know what? Was it Alex whatever, the goalie for the Pittsburgh Penguins? I got him on my pool. I should know his name. Nedeljkovic just doubled your point total in one game. He's a goalie. He's a goalie. He got a goal and an assist. You have played how many games this year? Oh, you piece of garbage. Oh, you have played 28 games this year. And Nedeljkovic just doubled your point total in one game. Oh, and you got laid out. Oh, you were such a horrible, horrible player. Anyways, I'm hoping that, thank you, Craig, for not throwing him back on the ice. And how did Lorentz do when all of a sudden he wasn't on the ice? He scored a goal. We'll get into that. But there's your Ryan Reaves report. It's an extended report tonight because I thought it was just a beautiful game by him tonight. He just embarrassed, couldn't fight anybody. Oh, to be Ryan Reaves. Anyways, here's where this game turned. The Montreal Canadiens, all the Canadiens fans, you mostly you're morons, right? You've got a guy named Lane Hudson who is the worst defenseman I've ever, he's in a league of Morgan, really back in the day. That's who he reminds me of, Morgan Reilly. You have a 3-0 lead. You are dominating. It is halfway through the game, and Lane Hudson goes for a pinch. I don't know what the score is, Lane. It is 3-0 for you guys, but thank God you pinched, bud. Thank God you pinched. Because of your pinch, Bobby McMahon and Nylander are on a 2-on-1, and Nylander was out of gas. The defenseman played it horribly, and Bobby McMahon scores with Matthew Nystick in his hands. Boom! 3-1. Told you the 3-0 lead sucks. And right before that, you nearly scored, and Lane Hudson scored, going to make it 4-0. Oops, Lane. Oopsie poopsie. It's 3-1 Leafs. And then they get a power play, and Mitchie Boitano doing Boitano things at the blue line. The 5-forward power play has to stop now. And if you're going to make the 5-forward, just don't put Mitchie on defense, because Mitchie's doing the Boitano stuff, and it nearly cost the Leafs dearly. But with 3 seconds left in the power play, Nick Robertson tips it home. 3-2. There was 1 minute and 14 seconds left. All right, we're going in the third period down 3-2. And then William Nylander, who, by the way, he showed up tonight. Well done, Willie. Willie's so excited, he doesn't have Johnny T to play with anymore. He's excited. Matter of fact, he didn't like Domi. When he went to Holmberg, the line even got better. I can't believe this. Holmberg in the top 6 was better tonight. Well done, Nylander. Nylander from Bobby McMahon, breakaway. 24 seconds into the third period. And I knew right there, the Leafs have this game. The smile went across my face. I went, yeah, we'll take this home. And 4 minutes later, Ekman Larsson on the power play. By the way, the power play goals both scored second unit. Robertson from Ekman Larsson. Ekman Larsson had a game tonight. And Ekman Larsson with another one. And by the way, Montreal, our goalie's better than your goalie. Because Wall was awesome tonight. And Oliver Ekman Larsson scored, and then Mitch Marner gives it to Matthews. Boom! See you later, Sam Montembeault. 5-3, shorthanded goal. And then Lawrence found wide open. You know who left him wide open? Your Lane Hudson. Would you like your Lane Hudson report tonight, Lane Hudson? Lane Hudson, this best defenseman, you guys tell me, the Montreal Canadiens fans. These people tell me all the time how great of a defenseman he was. Oh, really? 0-1-1, -5. Thanks, Lane. Love you, bud. Thanks for the pinch. You're on for 6 goals of the Leafs. Well done, sir. I tip my hat. Well done. -5. There wasn't even anyone close to you. -2 was your next best on the -5 in 18 minutes of ice time. Hey, Martin St. Louis. He's starting to look like Morgan. Really? Anyways. And then you got a David Kampf empty netter. And 7-3. The Leafs were down 3-0, and this game ended 7-3. I should have gone to Bet365 after the first period and went boom, boom, boom. And by the way, the Leafs stunk for the first 10 minutes of that second period. But it was a Lane Hudson pinch that led to Bobby McMahon putting it home. And the minute the Leafs got that second goal, and Nylander starts off the period on a breakaway with a goal, it was over. The Leafs, I think they said something, it had been 100 years since the Leafs have been on 3-goal deficit in Montreal and won it. So anyone who's asking, because I always ask, am I a fan? Am I a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs? Because I might be a little bit negative. Am I a fan? I enjoyed that game for the last half. I didn't like the first half. I didn't like Reilly's game, but he got benched. I didn't like Philip Myers' game, but he got benched. I didn't like Minnie Domi's game, but he got benched. And the Ryan Reeves was benched. Thank you, Chief Craig Strongbow, for actually coaching tonight. And by the way, Joseph Wall was amazing. This game could have been 6-6, but he played awesome. Joseph Wall, if you go back 2 years ago, on these videos, I told you he was a goalie. That's what keeps me positive. What keeps me positive is Chris Tanev. I think he played like 24 minutes tonight. 24 minutes, Tanev. Beautiful. Jake McCabe. I didn't like Jake McCabe until this year. 26 minutes. Strongbow said I can't put Riley and Myers on the ice, and they took it over. Awesome. I think they play Tampa Bay on Monday on Prime. Again, perfect for me. I'm going to be playing darts. I won't know the score of the game, but it'll be a late video. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed it. Thank you, Lane Hudson and Ryan Reeves. I hope I never have another Ryan Reeves report. After that embarrassment, you're a clown. Put your little makeup on. You're not the it clown, by the way. You're like the clown that shows up and falls down all over the place and looks like an idiot. That's the clown that you are. Talk to you Monday. Cheers.